When we think about code, we usually think about logic, right? Pure, cold, hard logic. But what if there's something more? A hidden dimension, you might say, hiding just beneath the surface of the algorithms. Today, we're diving into an idea that could completely change how we build and feel technology.
This one sentence, right here, is what it's all about. It's a huge shift in thinking, away from just making sure something works and toward making sure it feels right. So what on earth does it mean to tune resonance with a computer? Well, to get that, we first have to understand the language our digital world already speaks.
And just like any language, before you get to the beautiful poetry, you've got to learn the basic grammar. Our whole digital world is built on conversations between different systems, and those conversations have rules, a structure that makes it all possible.
And the absolute foundation of that grammar is the API. Think of it like this. An API is how different pieces of software talk to each other. It's the set of rules for asking questions and getting answers. This is the magic that lets us weave everything together, connecting all these separate islands of intelligence into one big network. Okay, but if they're all talking, how do you keep things secure? This is where it gets really clever. An API key, that's like your house key. It gets you in, full access. Simple. But OAuth 2.0, that's way more like a valet key. You're not handing over the keys to your entire digital kingdom. You're just giving an app permission to do one specific thing for a limited time. It's all about trust.
And this is the turning point. Knowing how to use APIs, how to handle security, it's all absolutely critical. These really are the keys to the machine. But here's the thing. They'll get you in the door, but they won't tell you anything about the machine's soul. They don't teach you how to build something that truly resonates with a human being.
And that leads us right to the heart of the problem, doesn't it? We've become masters at building these incredibly powerful logical systems. But along the way, have we maybe lost something important? That human touch, that warmth, that intuition?
68%. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's how many people feel the software they use every day is cold. That's more than 2/3 of us feeling this disconnect. There's this huge gap between what our technology can do and how it makes us feel.
So it begs the question, right? What if we could finally close that gap? What if our code could have a pulse? What if we could design technology that didn't just work perfectly, but actually felt, well, right, coherent, maybe even alive? Well, the answer to those big questions might just be this emerging idea, this whole new way of thinking. It's called vibe coding. And you can think of it as the bridge between that hard-nosed world of engineering and the deeply personal world of human intuition. Now, let's be clear. Vibe coding isn't about throwing logic out the window. Not at all. It's about adding another layer to it. It's about using our own senses, our feel for rhythm, for patterns, for flow, to build better systems. It's basically where the cold, hard syntax of code meets the warm, weird world of human feeling.
And this is where it gets really, really cool. Look at these analogies. Resonance is making an app that just hums, like a perfectly tuned guitar. Or my personal favorite, aesthetic error handling. Instead of a big, ugly error message, it's like a jazz musician hitting a wrong note. It's not a disaster, it's a chance to improvise, to turn a mistake into something graceful.
Okay, I know this might all sound a little abstract, a little out there, but this isn't just a thought experiment. People are already building tools that bring this theory to life in some pretty incredible ways. Check this out. It's called the Neural Rhythm Sequencer. So instead of staring at a boring chart of your system's performance, it turns that data into a drum beat. As you make your code faster and more efficient, the tempo of the beat actually speeds up. You can literally hear your application getting better. You can feel its heartbeat. And then there's the aesthetic debugger. We've all seen it, right? The dreaded wall of red error text. What if instead of that, an error created a specific color and a musical note? If you keep getting the same error, you literally start to hear a note that's off-key. All of a sudden, debugging isn't this awful chore. It's intuitive. It's pattern recognition. So look, these tools are more than just clever novelties. They're signals. They're pointing the way toward a future where our relationship with the technology we build is so much richer, more intuitive, and just more human. And this isn't just some feel-good philosophy. It has a real, measurable impact. The data's already coming in, and it's showing that apps built with this kind of sensory feedback have a 27% higher retention rate. Why? It's simple. Because when technology feels good to use, we actually want to use it. So here's the bottom line.
For the last 50 years, we've been obsessed with making machines that can think. But the next great leap, the real revolution, it's going to be about making machines that we can feel. Technology that doesn't just work for us, but resonates with us.
When you boil it all down, it comes to this one simple but really powerful idea. It's not enough anymore to just build what works. The real challenge and the incredible opportunity is to build what feels right.